Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Myself Janisha from St. Joseph Composite PU College, Vijaypur. So in the last episode we have discussed about the optimal choice of consumers equilibrium. So today in this episode we are going to deal with the concept of demand. We all know that human wants are unlimited, but the resources available to satisfy these wants are limited. When consumers try to satisfy their unlimited wants with the limited resources which have alternative uses, the problem of choice arises. And also in this situation, how does a consumer behave? Does the desire to buy a good become demand? What are the determinants of demand? What are the normal and inferior goods? And for all these things we learn from this topic. Then let me discuss about demand concept. In generally we can say that demand means desire. Then what is desire? The willingness to possess a goods is called desire. Mere desire cannot become demand. For example, a desire for a book cannot become demand unless the individual who desires it possesses the purchasing power and willingness to buy the book. Okay students, now let me discuss what are the determinants of demand. Means how we determine the demand. So there are mainly 4 determinants of demand. They are: first one, price of the goods; second one, price of other related goods; third one, consumer's income; and last one, taste and preferences of the consumer. So these are called, or these factors are called determinants of demand. Whenever one or more of these variables change, the quantity of the goods demanded by the consumer is likely to change. Thus we can say that these are the factors are the responsible for the changing in the demand. So which are that? Price of the goods, price of other goods or related goods or the substitute goods, and third one, consumer's income, and fourth one, taste and preferences of the consumer. Now we'll move on demand function. Then what is demand function? The demand function which shows the relationship between the quantity demanded and its determinants. As you know that the determinants of the demand, which are that price of the goods, price of the other goods, income of the consumer, taste and preferences of the consumer, right? So in that the relationship between the quantity demanded means how much or how many quantity is demanded and also its determinants, so that is called as demand function. That means it is the functional relationship. And also the relationship between the consumer's optimal choice of the quantity of a goods and its price is very important, and this relationship is also called as demand function. Consumer's demand for a goods as a function of its price can be written like this. So Q is equal to D into P. So Q is equal to D into P. So this is for the functional relationship between the demand as well as the price. So here Q means quantity of demand and P means price of the goods. So Q is what? Quantity, as well as P means what? Price. So that this is what the functional relationship between the quantity of demand as well as the price. Now we'll discuss about the graphical presentation of demand curve. See students, in this diagram, so this is what the graphical representation of demand curve. So this is what the graphical representation of demand curve. Here the DD means what? DD means demand curve. So demand curve always be slope downwards from the left to right. so that the graphical representation of the demand function is called demand curve. Say, what is demand function? Demand function means functional relationship between the price and quantity demanded. Then what is demand curve? So demand curve means graphical representation or the graphical presentation of the demand function is called demand curve. And also remember, the demand curve always be sloped downwards from left to right, and also here we can see there is a inverse relationship between the price as well as the demand. For that reason, the demand curve always be slopes downwards. So up to this, we learned that demand function, demand theory. Now we'll move on law of demand. Then what is the law of demand? What is the difference between theory of demand as well as the law of demand? The law of demand shows the relationship between the price of a goods and the quantity demanded. And here the law of demand states that other things remaining constant. This is very important. Other things remaining constant, when the price of goods decreases, the demand for it increases, and when the price increases, the demand for goods decreases. That means here other things. Which are the other things? Except price. Means you just revise the determinants of demand. Means price of the commodity, price of other related goods, taste and preferences of the consumer, as well as consumer's income. Other than that means except price, okay, remaining all are remaining constant. Okay, in that case price of goods decreases, only we need to select price. Okay, only one determinant, that is price of goods decreases. Price will be decreases, that means demand for the goods will be increases. And when the price increases, the demand for goods will be decreases. That means there is a opposite direction between the price as well as quantity of a demand, or inverse relationship between price as well as the quantity of a demand. So this is called as law of a demand. Now we'll move on individual demand schedule. The law of demand can be explained with an example. Suppose a consumer wants to purchase tomato in the market. An individual consumer's demand varies with the quantities of goods demanded at a various prices. And the individual's demand for tomato, here the given example according to this schedule. Students, you just observe this here. So individual demand schedule, the prices of tomatoes per kg, that is rupees 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And also the demand for tomato, that is in per kgs, that is 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. So what do you observe in this table here? See here, what about the prices? Prices will be increases, right? Sorry, decreases, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The prices will be decreases here. Then what about the demand for tomato? So that will be increases. See here, 4, 6, 8, 10. See here, 4, 6, 8, 10 as well as the 12. That means here, according to this individual demand schedule, shows that when the price of tomato per kg rupees 4, then the quantity of demand is what? 12, right? And if the price increases to rupees 5, then the quantity of demanded will be decreases to 10. Yes? And if the price increases to rupees 6, then the quantity of demand will be decreases to 8. Right? Again, when the price will be increases to rupees 7, then the quantity of demand will be, again it is decreases to 6. And finally, when the price of the tomato per kg rupees, it increases rupees 8, then the demand for tomato, that will be decreases up to rupees what means up to rupees 4. Yes, that, and when there is a prices will be reaches to rupees 8, then the quantity of demand will be, that is only 4 kgs. That means here in this table you can observe that when there is a prices will be increases, then the demand will be decreases, and when there is a prices will be what when there is a prices will be increases. Therefore, in this table, you can observe that when there is a prices decreases, the demand increases, and when there is a prices will be increases from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then it will be 12, 10, 8, 6, 4. That means demand will be decreases. So this is what the law of demand, or in this diagram, we can say, in this table, we can say that individual demand schedule. So that demand schedule is nothing but there is a expression of law of demand, that is with the help of a table, okay, or the tabular presentation of law of demand, that is called as demand schedule. Now we'll discuss about that individual demand schedule with the help of individual demand curve. Students, here observe in this curve, the law of demand can also be explained with the help of a graph and the graphical presentation of demand schedule. So that is what demand curve. So in this diagram, you just observe here, see this is what x axis, right, and this is what y axis, and here D and D point, this is what demand curve. Here in this diagram, you can observe that when there is OX axis, yes, in this OX axis which shows that quantity demanded, and OY axis which express that price of the commodity. DD is what? Demand curve. And in this point here, when there is a price will be 4, when there will, in this diagram here, this shows that when there will be a prices will be highest, that means that prices will be 12, then the quantity of demanded will be decreases. And also the slope of the demand curve shows the rate at which demand changes with respect to its price. So the curve shows the inverse relationship between demand and price. So this individual demand curve, this shows that inverse relationship or indirect relationship or opposite relationship between the demand and price. So this is what individual demand curve. Now we'll start with another one concept, that is movements along the demand curve and shift in the demand curve. The demand curve is graphical representation of the demand function. As you know that graphical representation of demand function is what? Demand curve. At higher prices the demand is less, and at lower prices the demand is more. So that is what? Law of demand. Yes, if high price means demand less, if low price means demand more. Thus, any change in the price leads to movement along the demand curve. Then students, remember why the demand curve will be movement. So that remember, any change in the price, any changes in the price, that leads to movement along the demand curve. On the other hand, changes in any of other things, that leads to shift in the demand curve. Dear students, you must remember this 2 point here. What is that 2 point here? So this point says about means movement along the demand curve. Why the demand curve will be moved, or why the demand curve will be movement? Because the reason is any change in the price. Changes in price leads to movement along the demand curve, and changes in any other things means except your price. Other than that, other determinants, price of related goods, taste and preference of the consumer, income of the consumer, if it is changes have been takes place in these determinants, then the demand curve will be shifted. So these 2 points remember. So movement because of price changes, shift because of any other changes in related things, or any other what changes in any other things. So this leads to shift in demand curve. The quantity of a goods that a consumer demands is dependent on the price of the goods. the price of other goods, income of the consumer, and his taste and preferences. The quantity of goods that a consumer demand. So that is depending upon the prices of the goods, prices of other goods, income of the consumer, and his taste and preferences. That you know that these are the determinants of a demand. Now let me discuss about changes in demand can be described in two ways. Then how the demand will be changed. So for what ways the demand will be changes. So the first one is movement along the demand curve. Second one is shift in the demand curve. So these are the two changes have been takes place in the demand curve. One is what? Movement along the demand curve. Another one is what? Shift in the demand curve. You just revise why the demand curve will be movement takes place, or why did the demand curve will be, or why the movement will be takes place in the demand curve. The reason is what? That is due to the changes in price. And why the shift in the demand curve will takes place? Because the changes in the other things, other related things. So that is the reason the demand curve will be shifted. Okay students, then let me discuss first one, movement along the demand curve. So that can be explained with the help of diagram 2. Diagram also, you just say here in this diagram. In the diagram here, so this is, remember, movement along the demand curve. In the diagram here, OX axis that represents quantity of demanded. Yes, so this is represents quantity of demanded. And also OY axis which is represented as price. Right? And what about DD? DD means what? Demand curve. So change in the price leads to an upward or downward movement along the same demand curve. I said already why the movement will takes place. I repeated so many times why the movement will takes place, only because of changes in its price. Right? So change in the price leads to, that is, upward or downward movement. If it is prices will be changed. Take for example, prices will be 5 to 6, it changed, or 6 to 7. Or take for example, prices will be 10 to 8, 8 to 7. Like that, if it is prices will be changed, then it is upward or downward movement along the same demand curve. At that time we can observe that upward or the downward movement. Okay, so this is what the first diagram. Then second one, shift in the demand curve. Then why the demand curve will be shifted? Here we remember that point, noted point. Here we can concentrate for changes in other related things. Okay, that means when the changes in the demand of a commodity is not due to change in the price, but due to other factors like income, taste, etc., then it is called as shift in demand curve. I hope it is clear. Other than the price, okay, remaining related factors like income, taste, preferences of the consumer. So this is called as, due to this, if demand will be changed, then it is called as shift in demand curve. So that in this diagram you can observe here we can observe that shift in demand curve. This is not a curve of a movement along the demand curve. Yes, here if the income of the consumer decreases, just observe this in the diagram here. See here, same diagram. Okay, you just observe this in this diagram here. If the income of the consumer decreases, yes, income of the consumer, I am not telling about the prices of the goods. If the income of the consumer decreases, then the demand for the goods also decreases at each price, and hence there is a leftward shift in the demand curve. See here, this is what the leftward, here you can observe that what leftward shift in the demand curve. Why this is leftward shift in the demand curve? That means only because of the income change, right? If the income of the consumer decreases, income decreases, the demand for the goods also decreases, right? If for example income 5,000, suddenly it decreased to 2,000, means what about the demand? Demand also decreases. So then the demand curve will be shifted to where? That is to leftward. Okay, and at the same time one more, if the income of the consumer Okay, and at the same time, one more diagram. You just observe here in this diagram. See here, according to this diagram also, that the demand curve drawn under the assumption. And at the same time, if the income of the consumers increases, then the demand curve will be shifted to rightward. And at the same time, if the income of the consumers will be increases, means then demand also increases. At that time, the demand curve will shifted to rightward movement. Shifted to rightward. So this is what shift of the demand curve. And also the demand curve was drawn under the assumption that consumers' income, the price of other goods and preferences of the consumers are given. That we know that. So demand curve goes with the assumption that when it is shifted, that is only because of the changes in consumers' income, price of other goods as well as the preferences of the consumers are given. Here our question, what happens to the demand curve when any of these things changes? Then what happens if the demand curve means what happens to the demand curve when if any one of these things will be changes? So that is what we can observe here. Given the consumer's income and her preferences, if the price of related goods changes, then the demand for goods at each level of its prices changes, and hence there is say that shift in the demand curve. And for normal goods, the demand curve is shifted to rightward, and inferior goods, the demand curve is shifted to leftward. That is, remember, for the normal goods, demand curve is shifted to rightward, and for inferior goods, demand curve is shifted to leftward, because in the normal goods means here whether income increases or decreases, it doesn't matter. Yes, the demand also increases. If income increases means demand also increases. So whenever it comes to income increases, demand increases, then the demand curve will be shifted to rightward. And in the case of inferior goods, whether it is income increase or decreases, there is no lot of changes in the inferior goods, so that the demand curve will be shifted to leftward. Given the consumer's income and her preferences, if the price of related goods changes, then the demand for goods at each level of its price changes, and hence there is a shift in demand curve. If there is an increase in price of substitute goods, then the demand curve shifts rightward. On the other hand, if there is increase in the price of complementary goods, then the demand curve shifts leftward. That is, remember, if the price will be increases in the substitute goods, then the demand curve shifted to rightward. And if there is a price of complementary goods increases, means the demand curve shifted to leftward. The demand curve can also shift due to a change in taste and preferences of the consumer. If the consumer's preferences change in favor of goods, the demand curve for such a goods shift rightward. On the other hand, the demand curve shift leftward due to an unfavorable change in the preferences of the consumer. That means due to not only the income and price, but also taste and preferences of the consumers also reason for changes in the demand curve. And also the demand curve for ice creams, for example, it is likely to shift rightward in the summer because of preferences for ice creams goes up in summer, right? And revelation of the fact that cold drinks might be injurious to health can lead to a change in preferences to cold drinks, and this is likely to result in the leftward shift in the demand curve for cold drinks. That means on the base of preferences, on the base of taste, again the demand curve will be shift. So these are what the theory of demand and also you came to know about the movement and shift of the demand curve. Now we'll move on some exercise questions regarding this topic. Following are the exercise questions of this topic. First question, explain the movement along the demand curve and shift in demand curve with the help of diagram. Question number 2, what are the determinants of demand? Question number 3, state the law of demand. And question number 4, the demand for these goods increase as income increased dash. Okay, these are the exercise questions. Everybody compulsorily solve this exercise questions and practice it. Thank you.